One of the things that leftists have in common is fascistic tendencies to stop free speech, free assembly, to use violence to suppress things. That's exactly what's happening now in the Democratic Party. The Nazis did this, and a lot of people scoff at that, but they were socialists. That's what the Z in Nazi stands for. All left-wing groups are like this. They tried gun confiscation. I'm writing this just as the Ninth Circuit on the West Coast just decided that concealed carry isn't protected by the Second Amendment. Hillary wants gun confiscation. If she's elected, one more Supreme Court justice will overturn Heller and would take away our right to bear arms. That's what Hitler did. That's what Stalin did. That's what the people on the left do. And then they try and stop free speech. It started by accusing Trump falsely of being a racist and sexist. Democrats and leftists always do that because they have no argument really to defend themselves. Obama has the worst economy in 80 years. He's destroyed our military, ruined our position in the world. Hillary's policies are just as horrible. She's an insane, corrupt, scum, lowlife, liar, treasonous. So all they can do is to say, oh, Trump hates women, Trump hates race, is a racist. The guy's been 30 years in business. He's promoted more women than anybody. He's employed thousands of blacks and Hispanics, elevated them. No one's ever accused him of racism. But now, of course, that's what the Democrats do. But not only that, they use that. They, first of all, hire professional rioters. We've got evidence that they're being hired off Craigslist. George Soros did the same thing in Ferguson, paying $33 million to hire professional rioters. He's Obama's radical banker. And then Obama had these rioters over to the White House quietly. And they're doing the same thing now to Trump rallies. And now it's gotten violent, where it's not guns yet, but it soon will be. Remember when Obama uses more violent rhetoric than anybody, but the left doesn't ever pay attention to that, the liberal media. He said, they bring a knife, we bring a gun. That's what's going to start happening. They're going to start being killings at these Trump rallies. That's what the left will do. They're ripping off hats and punching people, but that's what the left does. They don't believe in free speech. They don't believe in the right to assemble. They don't believe in the freedom of religion. Obama tried to force the Little Sisters of the Poor to give out contraception, and even though it's against their Catholic beliefs, even though you can go into Walgreens and buy it for $12 till the Supreme Court overruled him. Well, Hillary's going to be the same way. She's just as radical. She was mentored by the same radical Alinsky, who wrote Rules for Radicals. They will do anything to stop free speech. Obama tried to do it by controlling the internet. He tried to do it by putting his people on the board that governs the rules of the radio to try and shut down talk radio, because he knows he's got the left stream media in the bag. The New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times, Boston Globe, all liberal hatchet jobs. But the real danger for America is this leftist quelling of free speech. And they're trying to make it illegal to say you don't believe in climate change. They're trying to make it illegal to criticize Islam, just like it is in other countries. Is that what you want for America? You've got to stop supporting leftists and Democrats because they are radical. There's no difference anymore between a socialist and a Democrat. In fact, go look on YouTube for the interview with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the head of the Democratic Party, when she was asked what's the difference between a Democrat and a socialist, and she couldn't say. And don't let them tell you that these Netherlands countries are socialists. They're not. They realize they're private countries, privatized capitalist countries who've given too much in taxes and benefits, and they're cutting back now because they're going bankrupt. The true socialist country is Venezuela, which was a totalitarian state, and now they're so starving they're eating their pets. That's what Bernie Sanders would give you, and that's what Hillary's going to give you. She's really a radical leftist pretending to not be. And so that's the real danger we face. This violence coming from the left will get worse and worse. Riots, disruption. They don't think people have a right to express their opinion, to hear free speech, and the right to assemble. And if you ask a lot of millennials today, should we get rid of the First Amendment, the right to free speech, they'll say yes. That's what's happening in this country. We have to stop this leftist nonsense. You've got to defeat Hillary and elect Trump, who will bring us back to a privatized, capitalistic, strong military country again with sanity, with borders. Hillary doesn't believe in borders. She wants a borderless country, as Kerry admitted this week at a commencement speech. That's the real danger.